guys, it's me, Umbreon, and today I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to give you guys the stats of the Eeveelutions and Eevee. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. First up on this list is Umbreon. Umbreon has an HP stat of 95, an attack stat of 65, a special attack stat of 60, a defense stat of 110, a special defense stat of 130, and a speed stat of 65, bringing Umbreon to a base stat total of 525. Umbreon's strongest moves it can learn by TM are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam, both doing 150 damage. Umbreon's strongest move it can learn by level up is Last Resort, doing 140 damage to the opposing Pokemon. Umbreon's weakest move it can learn by TM is Stored Power, doing 20 damage. Umbreon's weakest moves it can learn by level up are Quick Attack and Tackle, both doing 40 damage. Next up is Espeon. Espeon has an HP stat of 65, an attack stat of 65, a special attack stat of 130, a defense stat of 60, a special defense stat of 95, and a speed stat of 110, bringing Espeon to a base stat total of 525. Espeon's strongest moves it can learn by TM are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam, doing 150 damage to the opposing Pokemon. Its strongest level up move is Last Resort, doing 140 damage. Espeon's weakest TM move is Stored Power, coming in at only 20 damage. Its weakest level up moves do only a bit more damage. Quick Attack and Tackle, they still do only 40 damage. Third on my list is Vaporeon. Vaporeon has an HP stat of 130, an attack stat of 60, a special attack stat of 110, a defense stat of 60, a special defense stat of 95, and a speed stat of 65, bringing Vaporeon to a total of 525. Vaporeon's strongest move it can learn by level up is Last Resort, doing 140 damage. Its strongest moves it can learn by TM do 10 damage more. Giga Impact and Hyper Beam do 150 damage. Vaporeon's weakest moves, however, do much less than that. Its weakest TM move it can learn is Stored Power, doing 20 damage. Its weakest level up moves do only a bit more. They do 40 damage. These moves are Quick Attack, Tackle, and Water Gun. The fourth member on this list is Jolteon. Jolteon has an HP stat of 65, an attack stat of 65, a special attack stat of 110, a defense stat of 60, a special defense stat of 95, and a speed stat of 130, giving Jolteon a base stat total of 525. Jolteon's strongest move it can learn by TM are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam. They both do 150 damage. Its strongest level up move is Last Resort, doing 140 damage. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to notice a pattern. Jolteon's weakest move it can learn by TM is Stored Power, and its weakest moves it can learn by level up are Quick Attack, Tackle, and Thunder Shock. There's definitely a pattern. Next up is Flareon. Flareon has an HP stat of 65, an attack stat of 130, a special attack stat of 95, a defense stat of 60, a special defense stat of 110, and a speed stat of 65, bringing Flareon to a grand total of 525. Flareon's strongest moves it can learn by TM are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam, both doing 150 damage to the opposing Pokemon, and its strongest level up move would be Last Resort, doing a slightly less 140. Flareon's weakest TM move is, surprise surprise, Stored Power, doing 20 damage. Its weakest level up moves are Quick Attack, Tackle, and Ember, doing 40 damage. Next up here, we have Glacial. Glacial has an HP stat of 65, an attack stat of 60, a special attack stat of 130, a defense stat of 110, a special defense stat of 95, and a speed stat of 65, giving Glacial a total of 525. Honestly, I don't feel like I have to say this anymore, but Glaceon's strongest TM moves are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam, and its strongest level up move is Last Resort. Again, I don't really think I have to say this, but Glaceon's weakest TM move is Stored Power, doing 20 damage, and its weakest level up moves are Quick Attack and Tackle, doing 40. Next on my list is Leafeon. We're getting towards the end here, and Leafeon has an HP stat of 65, an attack stat of 110, a special attack stat of 60, a defense stat of 130, a special defense stat of 65, and a speed stat of 95, giving Leafeon a total of 525. Leafeon's strongest TM moves are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam, both doing 150 damage. Its strongest level up move is Last Resort, doing 140 damage. Leafeon's weakest TM move is Stored Power, doing 20 damage, and its weakest level up moves are Quick Attack and Tackle. Ugh, why is everything the same? Next is Sylveon. Sylveon has an HP of 95, an attack of 65, a special attack of 110, a defense of 65, a special defense of 130, and a speed of 60, giving Sylveon a grand total of 525. Sylveon's strongest TM moves are Giga Impact and Hyper Beam. Again, same with Last Resort. It's again the strongest level up move that Sylveon can learn. Sylveon's weakest move it can learn by TM is Stored Power, again, and its weakest level up moves are Quick Attack, Tackle, and Disarming Voice. Again. Last but definitely not least, we have Eevee. Eevee has an HP stat of 55, an attack stat of 55, a special attack stat of 45, a defense stat of 50, a special defense stat of 65, and a speed stat of 55, putting Eevee at a base stat total of 325. Eevee's strongest TM move is Giga... Oh wait, it's Iron Tail, doing 100 damage. But its strongest level up move is still Last Resort. Sadly though, Eevee's weakest moves aren't changed at all. Its weakest TM move is still Stored Power, and its weakest level up moves are still Quick Attack and Tackle. So that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new videos. Also, I never want to hear the words Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Last Resort, Stored Power, Quick Attack, or Tackle ever again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.